Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today. Hey folks, I went down to my closest KTM dealer, which is like 40 minutes away, to check out the 2015 KTM 690 Enduro R. And I must say, in person, this bike is beautiful. I'll tell you, the components on this bike is excellent. Just the fit and finish is fantastic. I'm really in awe of this bike and KTM bikes in general. So I thought I'd sit on the bike because I thought it would sit up high, but actually I almost flat foot this bike. So it's really not a big deal at all. I thought it would be too tall, and I measured it, and it will fit in my Chevy Express van. I just would have to remove the mirrors. The seat is kind of stiff, but other than that, this bike is pretty comfortable. Now that cable in front of the Speedo is kind of an eyesore. You think they would have put that in a different location. But I am really impressed with this bike. The fit and finish is fantastic. Such a beautiful bike. One thing that's really great about this bike, besides many other aspects, is it has ABS brakes that can be cut off. So if you hit the trails, you just cut the ABS brakes off, and when you get back on the road, cut the ABS brakes back on. This other KTM 690 Enduro R sitting right next to it is the owner's bike, and he actually lowered it a couple of inches, and it looks like he has some sort of gas tank on the back. The tank on this bike, I think, is 3.2 gallons. And sitting on this bike, I actually completely flat foot this bike. Is this a 2015 as well?
Yeah, that's a 15 also.
I see it's got, what is this here, Zumo? Is that GPS or something?
Yeah, they see that. That's my bike.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that's all right. That's why I told you to sit on it. It's got a different seat on it. It's got a lowering link in the back. It's got the higher windshield. My GPS snaps onto here.
Oh, it's nice. These are nice bikes. I thought it would be too tall. I'm 6 foot, but I actually stock is not too bad. Yeah. Almost flat footed. So yeah, I'm selling my CBR 600 RR. I also have a CBR 1000 RR, but I don't need two super sports. So I thought I'd get in the dirt scene. And
what kind of riding are you gonna do?
Head out to the trails and the Rocky Mountains. Yeah, just some light trail, nothing serious. At least not yet.
How much time are you going to spend on the road?
Probably I'd say 75% trail, 25% road.
I mean, those things you can't find them. You know, and truly, if you're going to be riding more off-road, the bike weighs about 301 pounds.
Okay.
Where you know, like one of our 500s or our 350s, they weigh about 245, 250 pounds.
Okay. Yes. The only thing about, I was thinking about that bike, the 500 EXC, but they require so much more maintenance. It's like every, 20 hours you have to do an oil change, or you have to, the service intervals are so tight together, yeah. That's why I gravitated towards the 690, because these are like every 6,000 miles or something like that. As far as the oil change.
Well, it's 6,000 kilometers. I'd have to take a quick look here. It's the first service is 650 miles.
Okay.
It's an oil change, and then it's a complete go over. You know, check the valves, check everything.
Okay.
And then after that, I think it's about every. I'm going to have to really. I can pull up out a manual here.
Did you just start riding this bike?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you just start riding that bike recently?
We started the Trans-American Trail.
Oh, nice.
Have you heard about that, or?
Slightly, a little bit about it.
It starts in Tellico Springs, Tennessee, but really we wanted to go coast to coast, so we went to North Carolina, put our feet in the ocean, and then started riding and hit Tellico Springs, and then kept on going. It took us 7 days, and we got to Little Rock, Arkansas. Wow. But it goes from North Carolina to Oregon.
Wow.
So it goes all, you know, then we'll go through Oklahoma, you know, Texas, blah, 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 and then it runs parallel to California all the way. I mean, you just catch the very northeastern corner of California and go right into Oregon.
Wow.
But it's supposed to be 20-some days.
Wow, that's cool. Is that all road, or is there any trail in there?
Road. That's the only bike to take on something like that.
Okay.
Because the bike will get up and run down the the interstate. Okay. And they, like I said, the 500 stuff won't do that. That's why I wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly trail, but light use. I figured that bike would probably be perfect for me. And also, I hate, I don't want to deal with a lot of maintenance. Yeah, these bikes are hard to come by.
I had to drive almost to Canada to get that one.
I'm coming from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went up to a dealer that had 2 of them sitting, and drove up and picked them up from him. But like I said, I almost drove to Canada to get the damn thing, so. Yeah, the service intervals on that is, after the 621 miles, it's 6,214 miles.
Okay.
On the, for the service interval.
All
And
right.
any of the bikes, if you're going to let them set a year, you need to change the oil in them if there's, if they're,
Oh, of course. Yeah.
once a year, regardless of how many miles you put on it.
Okay. How much do you charge for the first service? I'm just wondering.
It's about, it's about 3 hours the service is, and then
Okay.
plus the parts.
Parts. Okay.
On the initial setup on this bike, I spend between 8 and 10 hours.
Wow.
I mean, I go completely over the bike. That's where I'm different than the other shops around. Their whole thing is they just throw them together, shove you out the door. I can give you the names of people that bought like 690s off me, We used to spend a lot of time. I spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours in the service department going over the bike with you, showing you how the brakes come off.
Wow.
This is where you put the gas at. This is where you check the oil. We'll set the levers and stuff up, the brake and shift pedal to make sure that it fits your body and stuff.
That's nice. Yeah, you have a good reputation.
Oh, I know.
That's why I came here. Yeah.
But that's why we take and spend all that time. I don't have to worry about you coming back.
Coming back,
Most
yeah.
Places. Actually, the bike that's sitting there right now, when I went to pick it up, the guy made me pay him $100 a piece to prep the bikes.
Wow.
And the one, I went and turned the key on and started up, and the kid says, he said, I've got that one all done. This one here, he says, I didn't hook the battery up. Well, when I got the one home that started, there was pieces that they didn't even put on the bike. And the guy just threw the stuff in a box,
Yeah.
And I've been meaning to call him because I figured for $100, he should have done something minus just throwing the shit in a box. He did. There was bolts. He didn't even know where they went.
Wow, that's terrible.
But what is they paid this kid that's on vacation or spring break from high school. He doesn't give
a crap. Yeah.
Yeah, he just throws the damn thing together. So.
Wow. Would you be willing to go down on price a little bit? Straightforward. So, what would that be out the door?
Oh God, I'd have to know.
Not including tax. I know it's 8% in Cleveland, Cuyahoga County.
Yeah. She should have everything right on there.
Yeah, she's got the 10,499 plus. Oh, was that the?
There's the weight's 315 over here on this
it's in the
side
back.
here.
Oh, okay, there we go. 10,450 freight. Okay. 225. Okay, so this is rock solid price. Okay.
Without a doubt. After I get 10 hours, basically you're paying my hourly labor rate for me to go over that bike and make it perfect for you.
Okay. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys provide quality service and it's worth the extra. Sure, most definitely. Yeah, I love the bike. I tell you, even in seeing it in person, I'm just in awe of this bike. The only thing I worried about, only ridden Hondas because of the reliability. How is the reliability with KTM nowadays?
They've always been a great motorcycle. They're very anal about their product. Their product. The problem is that all of our bikes, their moniker is ready to race.
Okay.
I mean, that's what all their bikes are ready to race. And the dealers is what screws up. They don't stock parts for them. And what you see on that wall and this wall here is about $350,000 my cost in parts.
Wow.
So if you want an oil filter, I got it. You want brake pads, I got it. You want an air filter, I got it.
Nice. Nice.
But that's all we do is I don't work on any. I don't care what if you're broke down in the beginning of the street here. If it isn't a KTM, I ain't working on it. I don't change a tire. I don't do anything.
Okay.
It's just strictly KTM.
Okay.
So.
That's nice. All right. What if I give you a down payment on it and I come back because I have to sell my 600, which I can easily sell it or trade it in at the local dealership. But I'm looking to get out within the next couple of weeks because I just bought a custom Chevy Express 3500 and I customized it inside where I'm actually going to camp out in the van with the bike. And I've already set it up. It fits my CBR 600RR, but it looks like this should fit. I was just measuring the ceiling height to the floor, and I would just have to take off the mirrors.
Yeah.
But it looks like it would fit in the Chevy Express van fine.
I don't think there'd be any problem putting in there. The height of it, I don't think that big. Again, it's the rear view mirrors. It's on almost any of the bikes. It's the rear view mirrors or the windshield that causes, because the handlebars are low and then everything else sets up higher.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a narrow bike. It's actually probably narrower than my CBR 600RR.
They're extremely fast.
Yeah, these are awesome bikes. Yeah, I see a lot of the guys on YouTube that have them, and they just say they're a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to get, because I'm new to the dirt scene. I've been riding for a while, street bikes. Like I said, I have a liter bike and a 600. I was going to feet wet with a 250, like a CRF 250L, but I had a CBR 250R, and those things are like slugs, and I figured I'd rather get something with some power that I can grow with.
Yeah.
And this bike seems, I'm not going to really get anything crazy, run over logs or climb up mountains or anything, and I figured this will do light trail use and the street as well.
Oh, without a doubt. The street thing, when we went to do this TAT, one of the guys, I'm 68 years old. And the next younger guy was 15 years younger than me. Well, he fancied himself a road racer. He went to track days. He went to all this stuff, track days and stuff. And and he has the same exact bike. If you put them side by side, you can't tell he got the same exact options that I put on that bike on his. And anyways, we got started, and most of the stuff on the TAT is roads. There's a lot of, secondary, it's all secondary roads. There's some dirt roads, there's some gravel roads, there's some trails, but not very many. I would say in the 7 days, we didn't have 50 miles worth of real trail. I mean, in the 7 days. Anyways, we got out on the road, and he was telling me about all the road racing he did. Well, he thinks he's just going to pull away from me. Well, I did endurance road racing for like 6 years,
Wow.
And I got right up on his ass. I had my nose up his ass, and if you follow a guy, you know what his tendencies are.
Yeah.
And on a real tight turn, he would try to go way high on it, and I would just pull right on the inside of him and pass it. And it was on roads that we could see through the turns. We was in Mississippi, and everything was flat, And he goes, "So how are you getting in front of me?" I said, I've already read what you're
taking
doing.
The turns wide.
Yeah, you're turning wide on these kind of turns,
Yeah.
And the dirt, I just ran away from it, But he goes, "Man," he said, "I can't understand it." And he wasn't using the brakes. That's got ABS brakes.
Nice. Okay.
When you go on the road, you can pull that thing to the handlebar, buddy, and it'll about sting you on your nose, but that wheel will not lock up.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. And then it's got like a slipper clutch on it.
Okay.
Then if you're rolling off and downshift, it'll take it. It's called a. Oh God. It's on a cam in there. And when the power, do you feel the clutch on it? Do you pull the clutch?
No, it's a hydraulic clutch.
Yeah, pull the clutch on it.
Let's see here. All right. Yeah, it's light. Yeah, nice.
And the more power you're pulling to the motor, this clutch twists and puts more pressure on the springs. And then when you roll off of it or downshifting, it's got all the pressure off the spring. That's why it's really light. And when you're really running it hard, if you pull in the clutch, you'll feel that it's stiffer.
All right. Does this have a fuel gauge on it? I'm just wondering.
It's got a low fuel gauge. It'll kick on when it gets down to there's a gallon left.
Okay.
What is a light on it?
What's the fuel efficiency on these? By about 50 miles per gallon?
Actually, on the trip, we were getting between 61 and 68.
Wow, that's nice. It's pretty good. I think I'm pretty much sold on the bike.
It's a great product. Like I said, the bike is really, I wish I had 10 more of them things. That's why I drove all the way to get that one, you know, that was the other one that I got. And the guy was, I could have made a right and went into Canada over the bridge, and I had to make a left and go about another 10 miles to you know, his place. So.
Man. It's a good bike. What about the warranty? What do you get, 1 year?
It's got 1 year, 12,000 mile warranty.
Okay.
I'm the only master tech they have in the state of Ohio.
Okay.
And we're the only orange certified service center.
Okay.
So what they do is they hold me to a complete different set of rules. You know, if the bike comes in here and like there's some of them had a warranty recall, and all it was the clamp was not checked.
Okay.
And the one that I told you about that ran, they never even checked it. It still had the open warranty, and it's not supposed to leave the premises unless you do it. Them, they let get away with it. Me, they call me on the carpet, you know? You know better than that. That has to be done before it leaves, so.
Wow. Do you have the 500 EXC here?
No, we got them coming in. Our street bikes are coming in right, you know, we got our street bikes in like the 1290s and the 690s and the 690 Duke. And
yeah, these Dukes are really nice.
well, the guy that I was telling about the road racing, he bought a 690 Duke after we would come back from Tellico Spring. He goes, man, he goes, this thing is really neat. He says, and he owns about, I don't know, 15, 20 bikes. But he was shocked at the power that it had.
Wow. Is dealer support pretty good in other states? It seems like there's not so many KTM dealers around.
You know, it's just like anything else. It's just, you know, around here, there's not that many dealers that really get involved with like the repairs or the stocking parts and stuff.
They just sell them.
And it's just like this one that I went and picked these bikes up. This guy's huge. I get people come in and goes, well, you're just really small. And I go, just because you're small don't make you good. You know? Or just because you're big doesn't make you good. And this guy up there had all this stuff, and that's the kind of bikes he shoved out.
All right, well, I'll be paying cash, full. Like I said, I just need to sell my 600 RR, which I'm gonna sell probably about 5,000, then the rest I'll pay. So would you be willing to take a deposit?
It's going to be what, 2 weeks, you say?
I know if I can sell it within the next couple of days. I'm like I said, I'm looking to get out of here within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I need to get the. If I can get rid of my bike, probably I should be able to get rid of it probably within a week or less. If not, I can pay cash anyhow. That's not a big deal. I don't want to load up my garage. I have 2 bikes right now in the garage.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, with the deposit, I'll hold it for 2 weeks, and then I'm just going to call you and go, hey, come and get your deposit. You know,
sure.
If it's after 2 weeks.
It'll be before 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be, like I said, if I have to, I'll take it to a dealer and get 4 for it instead of getting 5. So I should be able to unload this CBR 600RR, though. It's a 2008. Too bad you guys don't take any trade-ins.
With us, nobody comes in here looking for a Honda.
All KTM. Yeah. Would you be willing to throw anything in with it?
Get me.
I'll give you advertisement. I got over close to like 90,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
So give you throw some business your way. Well, I'll throw some business your way anyhow. That's okay. You don't you wouldn't happen to have a demo bike, would you? I don't. You know, I don't need to ride. I can. Everybody on YouTube says this bike is awesome.
Yeah.
So I can tell that it's not necessary to get a test ride for this bike. Beautiful bike. All the bikes are good looking though.
They got a great product. And again, it's who you're buying from. I mean, I don't know with your Hondas if you ran into the same problem with the setups or not.
No, I didn't have any problems. I actually went all the way out to State College, PA to buy the CBR 1000R. I got a really good price. It was a leftover model, and I paid $9,000 cash. It was a brand new bike.
What was the dealership?
To be honest with you, it was last year. I totally I forgot.
Bentley, Cernix?
No, no. Why, they out in State College, Pennsylvania?
I was just trying to think if they were. You know,
oh, okay. But yeah, I went all the way out there because it was a really good deal on it, and they prepped the bike. I got no problems with the bike at all.
We don't get that with the KTMs. The guys that end up buying a KTM from a, you know, like a discount place.
Uh-huh.
And I tell them, I says, within a couple weeks, you're going to be calling me and going, hey, I got problems, you know. And I says, if it's a warranty issue, I'll deal with it for you. I don't care. But if it's not a warranty issue, it's a setup issue.
Okay.
You got to pay for it.
All right.
You know.
Which I don't have to have that problem with you because you do such a great job setting it up. Man. Hey folks, stay tuned for more updates on my bike search. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Deuces! Welcome to CycleCruza's Click to Go links. Just click on the pictures below to go to my recommended videos and my social media sites. Also, don't forget to visit my blog and store at CycleCruza.com. If you have any trouble clicking on these links, they are also provided in the info section of this video. Thank you and subscribe today. Check out my new channel where I talk about anything and everything, not just motorcycle related. CycleCruza MotoVlog.